Welcome to WhatGear Review, Sony fans. Today I got some inside intel on the new WF-1000XM4s, and the XM3s were probably one of my top 3 earbuds ever when it comes to ANC, and apparently they've just got better. So let's just run through quickly everything that's changed, all of the upgrades that you need to know about if you're thinking about buying these or upgrading to these from the previous model. And if you're a Sony fan, don't forget to subscribe because I do loads of Sony reviews here on this channel. Anyway, you ready? Let's go. So the XM4s are the 3rd gen earbuds from Sony, and every time they get a little bit better in a few areas, and this is no different. We've now got Bluetooth 5.2, and the Bluetooth 5.2 has actually been utilized to improve the true wireless connectivity between the two earbuds, the stability, the latency, and this kind of stuff. Unfortunately, they don't support multi-point pairing, which is quite a surprise because Bluetooth 5.2 does support that. But anyway, check this out. Sony have also reduced the carbon footprint and the amount of wastage on the packaging. They say it's down by more than 1/3. So the box and that's going to be a bit smaller, less plastic and all this kind of stuff. When it comes to the colors available, there's going to be black and silver at launch. And when it comes to the price here in the UK, it's going to cost around £250. That might seem like a lot, but if you're going to use these every day, or if you commute every day, or if you travel a lot on long distance flights, it's going to be worth every penny based off of my past experience with the ANC on the XM3s. Now, when it comes to design, they've got a lot smaller and they've got a lot lighter. And then we've got this really cool kind of gold bullet shell casing that you kind of just load into your ear like a bullet in a gun. So that's pretty cool as well. I like that design. The case is actually 49% smaller as well. Now, this is a big deal. The drivers inside are now 6mm drivers, and they're more flexible than before. It can move around more air inside the chambers, which means the sound quality should naturally improve and sound a bit more fuller with a bit more space and soundstage. So I'm super excited to see how much better than the XM3s these are, considering that they've made them smaller. This is a big improvement as well, is we've now got a DAC built in that works alongside the amp. So a DAC is going to allow for the best quality high-res audio playback. And check this out, this is a big improvement. The case now supports wireless charging, so you can just throw this on a wireless charging mat whenever you want, and you can use Qi wireless charging. And here's another big upgrade, although it's probably the one that cost them the least to do. They've actually gone out and found the best material for passive noise cancellation. So the ear tips are going to be all improved and contribute a lot to noise reduction. And I also heard that if you do wear these out over time, you will be able to buy them again separately as a separate product. But I would imagine that's going to be a few years down the line. And to further improve the passive noise cancellation with the active noise cancellation, there's a software within the app that will actually measure the tightness of the ear tips in your ear and adjust the ANC for that as well. So that just takes it up another notch. So when it comes to actually using these with the case included, you get around 24 hours of power. 5 minutes charge will give you 1 hour playback. And to fully charge the earbuds, it takes around about an hour and a half. Of course, battery life will vary depending on whether you're using the full ANC or a reduced version or not at all, and stuff like this. So make sure you subscribe, turn on your notifications for when I actually get to test that out. Now, here's one area that Sony have improved, and I think everybody kind of expected them to do this. They've improved the voice call quality, and they've done this in a few ways. So there's now a bone conduction sensor inside the XM4s, which should help the mics lock onto your voice a bit better. But this is a big deal, right? And I've had this problem with pretty much all ANC headphones, is if the ANC is on and it's windy, what happens to your voice call quality is it goes right downhill. It sounds horrible, actually almost unbearable. So Sony put in some software here where if it is windy and you do have ANC on, it'll actually turn off the exterior mics when you're on a voice call, which means you won't get that horrible wind noise. And that is a big deal. And this is another big improvement when it comes to usability. So we now have wake words for Alexa and for Google Assistant. So you can literally just set it up that you just say the word.
Google Assistant to your shopping list.
So you literally just say the word and it will wake them. If you're wondering about Siri, you can use Siri with these earbuds, but you can't use the wake words. You'll have to set up a customizable tab in order to wake Siri. And you can do that. You can actually go into the settings and adjust what the capacitive buttons do, just like the previous model. And check this out, this is a pretty awesome upgrade. There's a new speak to chat feature. So when you start speaking, it will immediately activate the exterior mic so you can hear what people are saying back to you. The only problem that I could see people running into with this is if you like to sing along to your music, because every time you do that, it's going to open the exterior mics and potentially ruin your listening experience. You can turn this off in the app. I guess this is one of those features that we're going to have to see how well it works in practice. Sony are also now utilizing Google's Fast Pair, which is basically their answer to Apple's sort of pop the lid to connect kind of thing. We now have that with the Sony XM4s. And there's also now a Find My Device feature. So if you lose them, you should be able to track your earbuds down with your phone. And the last big design upgrade that we have now is we have an official IPX4 rating, which means they are splash proof. And so now let's talk about the improvements to the quality of the product. So now we've got a more advanced chipset. Up from the QN1, we now have the V1 chipset. Now, from what I understand, is they've actually managed to streamline the silicon to be way more efficient and cause less digital distortion to the sound and improve the ANC at the same time. So basically they've streamlined everything, made it more efficient. And it's hard to say how much of a difference this is going to make to the sound quality without actually hearing them. Again, stick around on the channel for when I finally get to test them out. And we are going to have Sony's own LDAC, which means we're still going to get that high-res audio, actually up to 3 times better than a sort of standard Bluetooth audio codec. Full high-res audio with that DAC, with the better improved noise cancellation. Overall, we should see a massive jump forward in audio quality, especially with ANC on. And when you're not listening to high-res audio, we've got a new improved upscaling engine. So we've got DSEE Extreme with AI. So I'm not sure how this actually works or how good it's going to be again until we listen to it. But this is an improvement in software side of things. So most of the music we listen to on Spotify and Deezer and YouTube Music is quite compressed. What the DSEE Extreme will do is sort of enhance this by adding in more information to try and make the music more like it was recorded, closer to the original recording. So overall, when it comes to the XM4s versus the XM3s, we've got a more refined, smaller, compact design, better software features, better usability features as well when it comes to voice calls and AI. In my opinion, it looks like a big jump forward, and I really like that bullet casing style they've gone for on the actual earbuds themselves. But check this out and hit me up some fire emojis if you agree with me on this statement. If Sony wanted to sell double, and I'm not even exaggerating, I think they really would sell double, all they would need to do is introduce a low latency dongle for the PS5 that would allow you to use the WF-1000XM3s with the PS5 with minimal latency. They would sell so many more units, and that would actually open a lot of people's eyes to how good these earbuds really are. Because I think there's a lot of people out there who might just think these are a bit too expensive, a bit out of budget, and would probably go for a cheaper option instead. Imagine having the market leading earbuds that you could use with your phone, but also with the PS5 for gaming. That's a win-win for everybody, in my opinion. Let me know, hit me up some fire emojis if you agree with that. Anyway, make sure you subscribe, turn on the notifications for when I get to test these out. I appreciate you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Don't be late.